no longer sorrow. I forget what I was trying to say. I no longer do what I was gonna do, but you're no good for me. That's why me know what set me if it could flee. Me I fi take away myself. Me I fi take away myself. Me I fi hide like a thief in the night. Me I fi get out of sight. Me I fi take away myself. I fi take away myself. I have to utilize I weeds. Surely I leave where I eat. I said, yeah, I find you very hard to resist. But this relationship I'm gonna desist. But how can I face you when all I wanna do is just taste you? I know you think I play me, but soon you're gonna see the light of day. Just relax, don't move an inch. I'll be gone in a pinch. May I feel take away myself.
Greetings, kings and queens. Welcome to another Real Stuff podcast. Today is Tuesday, the 27th. And yes, we're back and she's back. We have Maxwanette is here with us this morning. How you doing, Maxwanette?
Grand Rising, Franco. Grand Rising. It's good to be back.
Yes, it's good to have you. Let me see if I have Flavius here. Top of the morning, Flavius. Top of the morning.
Top of the morning to you. Top of the morning, listeners.
Yes.
Beautiful.
I am delighted that we are all here this morning. And our special guest this morning is none other than Mr. Ansel Lee. He will be coming here to talk to us on a number of topics, a number of subject matters that this man wants to, talk about. So it's going to be from football to vaccine, you name it. We're going to touch on it this morning with Ansel. So in the meantime, we know it's bubbling. The buzz is still on. People are still sending their donation, their supplies to help our brothers and sisters in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. So whatever or wherever a location is in, a drop-off point or cash donation, whatever, every little make a muckle, as you heard it yesterday on our broadcast. So
can I say something, Franco?
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm just wondering how many of our listeners actually missed our broadcast yesterday. I'm telling you, it is worth listening. And if you had missed it, you can go back to our YouTube channel and look at it. It was Caribbean people or people as a whole helping each other in a crisis.
Absolutely.
And this was shown, But the conversation was so riveting. I think some of us had missed that after the America's Netball Federation actually donated $3,000 on the show yesterday.
All right.
To their president.
Wow.
Way to go.
And listen to this. And the Netball Trinidad actually asked the St. Vincent Netball to give them 50 netballers that they will match 1-to-1 with Trinidad netballers who will be mentoring them every day, who will be calling them and speaking to them every day, making sure they're all right. I thought that was a very, very neighborly thing to do. So out of the pandemic, out of the disaster, we are already starting to build back stronger and better, because these young ladies now in both countries don't know each other, but now they will, And then the president of Africa said she will take it international. So you have friends from all over the world, netballers coming together in this disaster in a pandemic. So if you haven't seen it, take a listen. It is really, really, really good listening, I can tell you. You learn everything that is happening in St. Vincent at the present from people on the ground, people who are in shelters, who are in charge of shit. They were speaking yesterday exactly what was happening. A first-hand knowledge of what this disaster have been doing and has done to the island of St. Vincent. So Maxwanette, very good to have you back, ma'am.
Thanks, Flavius. It's great to be back.
Oh, wonderful.
Thanks a lot.
Wonderful.
I missed you all.
Ah, that's good. Nice to be missed. Nice to be missed. Yeah, we miss you too. No? Yeah.
Thank you. And I miss the listeners and the viewers.
Very long. Yeah, you weren't out for very long, but that is long enough.
Thank you. Yeah.
What's happening in your neck of the woods, sir?
Well,
Go ahead, Maxwanette.
okay. Even though I've been in more than I normally am, but it's been quiet. It's sunny. And also, there's things going on in my community that I don't know what to do about. Vaping is a very big thing out here in Kissimmee for the youth, and it's a big issue. It's a crisis, actually. So these are the things we're dealing with in Kissimmee, but we're blessed. What about you, Franco?
My neighborhood is relatively light when it comes to kids. I don't see them running around like before, and I'm wondering what happened. But from what I'm told, some of them are buckling down because they have to start get ready for the summer. So they have some little summer exam before the summer holiday, which is good because normally this time of the morning, I would see a couple of them, the bigger ones, moving around. But it's a sunny day. Finally, we get some sun. A little blurry on the outskirt, but I'm expecting rain. Other than that, everything is nice and cool. The breeze is cool outside because I was outdoor early this morning, so I felt it. Hey, everything is good.
Nice.
Flavius?
Yeah, but Maxwanette, you said vaping?
Yes, vaping. It's instead of smoking a cigarette or a cigar or burning weed or whatever, they have these pipes. It's like a pipe or a pen, but it comes in so many different shapes. They look like toys. So parents who are not aware, we think the kids they look like flash drives and everything. And it's a big thing where the children, it's killing them. It's causing them to have anemia. It's damaging their lungs, and we don't even know what it's going to do for them in the future. So I mean, it's a big thing. It's a really serious thing. But, and they kept the children. Last
week on the news out of Jamaica is that Craven, that is the biggest cigarette maker in Jamaica.
Yeah, Craven, yeah.
Yeah, the company's carriers, they have announced that they will be jumping into the marijuana market soon. I think that they will make it on products. They'll be carrying marijuana for sale shortly.
Never surprised me one bit.
Listen,
they're not looking into it. They're doing all the research and all that, but it looks like that's the way they're going.
Don't get me wrong. I don't think children should be smoking marijuana. I don't think so. But I will say
No, I don't.
that I don't want them using the vape. Okay.
I don't think for children.
Well, the kids are going to get it. It doesn't matter. The kids are going to get it. So, because they're going to sell it to the kids. They're going to, because the people who are giving these children live in the community, have a business in the community, and I don't know why the police aren't doing anything. But who knows? Maybe I keep talking and somebody will hear.
Yeah, your words might fall. You might fall on fertile ground this morning.
Yeah, my plant seed.
Anyway, before we get any further, normally we'd be linking up with Mr. Daniel, and unfortunately I never linked Mr. Daniel this morning to see what's happening. So in the meantime, I'm going to play this song that we can offer this morning, and I've been playing it from last week to yesterday, and it's covered. Somebody sent me a text yesterday, said they would love to hear it this morning. But before I do that, I'm first, it's a concern. My brother yesterday said to me, he was watching this show or listening, because he can't really watch it. He was listening to it. And he found out that I missed one thing yesterday, and that was,
what was that?
Announcing his birthday. So, I sent him a birthday card yesterday, but I never announced it. So this morning, I'm going to announce 2 birthdays, actually 3 birthdays. Okay. And the first one is happy belated birthday to Flavius. And Flavius is a member, a representative from the Charlestown Maroon Council. So happy birthday to Flavius. And also happy birthday to my brother Rowan. So if you're listening this morning, I just thank you for reminding me that I never make it publicly.
Wait. No, you don't have one more? You have one more, don't you?
Yeah, and one more. Birthday greetings going out to Devante this morning as well. Today, Devante is 14 years old. So from your mom, your dad, your granddad, and all the rest of the family, happy birthday greetings going out to you, and from the lovely people from the staff of the Real Stuff podcast.
Well, I know. Happy birthday, happy Earth Strong to LJ. That's my grandson. Today is his birthday.
Okay. So happy birthday. What's his name? AJ?
LJ. Little John.
Little John. Happy birthday. So I'm going to just play this song for all of you birthday people yesterday and today, and it's a title song that I consider a title song, because in this pandemic time we need to be covered under the wings of the Almighty, and it's covered from Tasha Williams. So, and then when we come back, we're going to link up with Mr. Ansel Lee.
Shield and my defense. Cover me, cover me, cover me. Cover me, cover me, cover me, oh, cover me. There is a change coming. Don't you feel the wind blowing? I can feel the chill, evil on the rise. Will you take that pill or stand firm in its will? Your money, your name will not be able to help you. No, no, no. Fame or lame won't be able to save you. You got to be covered under the blood of the Almighty. You got to be covered. You got to be covered under the blood of the Almighty. Covered under His blood. Everything here is strange. Mankind is deranged. He said this in his word. Or didn't you observe? Nation rise against nation. Famine and pestilence. All around me. Oh, what a shift. The world is in a ditch. Mothers against their daughters, fathers against their sons. Watch out for the deceivers, proclaiming to be the Messiah. Wars and rumors of war. Still there is only one way. You got to be covered. You got to be covered. You got to be under the blood of the Almighty.
When I see the blood, I will pass over you. Death angel passing through, are you covered?
You can kill this word, but my soul belongs to the Creator of me and you. Lord, I belong to you. I am covered. I am covered. Yeah, I am covered. I am covered. The blood of Jesus, God over me, and around me, wall of fire cover me. Blood of Jesus, my Redeemer, shield and defense, my salvation, wall of fire all around me. The blood of Jesus, cover me. The blood of Jesus, blood of Jesus Christ on me, shield on me, defense. Oh, you better be covered, better be covered, better be covered, covered. You better be covered under the blood of the Almighty. Oh, covered, covered, covered. I am covered.
Shulo Hale Wadani, our time has come. Shulo Hale Wadani, our time has come.
One more from Tasha Williams, Black Skin. And then we got straight into our conversation this morning with Mr. Ansel Lee. So in case you're just joining us, welcome to the Real Stuff Podcast with Flavius, Maxwanette and Franco hosting this morning.
Color of my skin, black is my kin, I ain't apologizing. Color of my eyes, color of my skin, black is the sin, I ain't apologizing. Color of my eyes, color of my skin, black is my kin, I ain't apologizing. Color of my eyes, color of my skin, if black is the sin, I ain't apologizing. Captured us from our homeland, sold us into a foreign land. What woe, what pain, what misery. 400 years of slavery, shackles, scars, and degrading. Color of my eyes, color of my skin. If black is the sin, I ain't apologizing. Color of my eyes, color of my skin. Color of my eyes, color of my skin. Black is my kin, I ain't apologizing. Color of my eyes, color of my skin. If black is the sin, I ain't apologizing. Proudness of our heritage and history. Brand us like animals, they scarred us mentally. Used us for entertainment and debauchery. Destroying the family. Let's fight the demons of slavery. Color of my eyes, color of my skin. Black is my kin, I ain't apologizing. Color of my eyes, color of my skin. If black is the sin, I ain't apologizing. Color of my eyes, color of my skin. Black is my kin, I ain't apologizing. Color of my eyes, color of my skin. If black is the sin, I ain't apologizing. Let's rise above hypocrisy. Use education as our directory. Free our minds with positivity. Work together as a family, and God will shape our destiny. Color of my eyes, color of my skin. Black is my kin, I ain't apologizing. Color of my eyes, color of my skin. If black is the sin, I ain't apologizing. Color of my eyes, color of my skin. Black is my kin, I ain't apologizing. Color of my eyes, color of my skin. If black is the sin, I ain't apologizing. Color of my eyes to the color of my skin. Black is my kin, I ain't apologizing. The color of my eyes, the color of my skin. I ain't apologizing for my black skin. Proud of me blackness. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Proud of me black skin. Mama Africa, I want me come from you. Me say me proud of me black skin. Me nah go bleach out my black skin. Me say me proud of me black skin. Nah go bleach out this black skin. No, 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 no. Black skin, proud of me black skin, yeah. Me nah apologize. No, 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 no. Proud of me black skin, yeah. Proud of me black skin, yeah.
Shuluhali Wadani, our time has come. Shuluhali Wadani, our time has come.
Yes, yes, indeed. We have with us this morning our guest, Mr. Ansel Lee, and we're going to bring him in right away. Top of the morning, sir. Top of the morning.
Good morning, sir. Very good morning.
All right. How is everything in your neck of the woods?
Well, so far so good. Nice and warm and sunny.
All right. Nice and warm and sunny. Yeah, and Flavius can rub in the weather in Jamaica, but I love it.
Well, it's your choice, you know.
It's my choice. Yes, you're right. You're right. You're so right. Well, I have Flavius here with me and Maxwanette. Maxwanette is our host as well. Maxwanette, meet.
Good man. Greetings, we love it. I've been listening to myself, sir. Don't think I'm just here now.
Yeah. We make sure add a female voice to the conversation as well. Well, we hear the female side a discussion as well. So Ansel, there's so many things we're going to talk about this morning.
I know, but I'll be honest with you. This is. I don't want to seem talking about me, because guess what? There's so much things happening. You know what I mean? We hear about all kind of things. The pandemic. We hear about football. Play. We hear about all kind of things with the JFF. Listen, my brother. It's not about answer. It's about what is happening here.
But why you put it the best way you can? That's what we want it to do. Make people understand, the concern. They are concerned citizen, not only abroad, because most of the commentary I'm hearing is people from abroad. But we know we have concerned citizens in Jamaica who concerned about them football, who concerned about the pandemic going on, how people are being vaccinated, etc., etc. Stinking gully, it still exists, right? When I saw that, I laughed.
Yes, man.
I laugh.
I tell you something. I tell you something.
We could start there, sir.
All right. It has been a while, right? And I think I sent you some of the pictures and things. But the thing is this, getting the attention, and they don't know, because I have personally been to the public health department at them Crossroads. And I have met and I have shared the videos with them, and they are going to do investigations. Okay. I don't know if they have to go to New York to get the investigations done, but it's not. I don't see anything happening. The cream of the crop is that contact has already been made with those people up on Arnold Road. Contact has already been made with them, and that article appeared in the Observer some time ago, a few years ago. They said they are going to look into the matter. Now, my investigations point me to their association with the National Water Commission. And the Water Commission is responsible for removing waste in the corporate area. But not to digress, but to understand this, you or me could not establish a chicken farm in the corporate area. NEPA will shut it down. No.
Really? I never know that.
It is illegal. You can't establish a chicken farm in the corporate area. It's not allowed. Right? However, hello, you hear me?
Yeah, man, we're here. We're here. It's just a feedback.
Although, no, what happens is this: that company is allowed to operate, and the waste from that place is allowed to get into the normal sewage that comes down from Arnold Road through the community. Now, let me put it to you. There was another company in half a tree, up by Winchester Road, I don't want to call them, because I don't want to put you in a problem.
No, put me in a problem. You talk. Come on. If you have to call name, call name. If you don't, they don't talk. Call no name. No, if you have to call name, you can call names.
No problem.
Okay.
The competitor, Best Dress, used to be up there, and they operated a similar factory up there. However, the air waste was moved away in tanks. They did not pump that waste into any culverts up there. They couldn't. Not in Winchester Road. That could never be tolerated up here.
Exactly.
Right? Okay. That is the lower part of Upper St. Andrew, right? And not even here you can dump that kind of waste there. Right? No, it's not a flushing thing across with the gully, but believe me, it is filtered into the gully. When NWC was saying that they're having problems with the pipes are old and all that. The pipes are old, yes, but that's not the problem, The type of things you're pushing into that pipe, right? You build a house for you and your children, and in over time you put a factory on that, and you start that waste into the same. It's not going to work. That pipe is not made for that. You did not design the sewage for that. The NWC said they were doing work, and they blocked off North Street right by Central Avenue, right? And I think I have that video as well. They blocked the road there for several weeks and empty raw sewage into the gully right there. That is on the video as well. If you want, I can send them again to you. They empty that into the gully, and that is why they do all the works, But and they dig up North Street, out to East Street, and when they connected initially, Benjamin's get flooded out with sewage. And within 48 hours, that was remedied. Within 48 hours, that was remedied. Within 48 hours, no sewage now go down in Benjamin. Benjamin can operate again.
Wow.
But they can turn it back into the zones where people live. I grew up in there. People that go to Georges and KC must smell it. When you cross North Street, they must smell it. If you go down Cloverley Road, you go down to the gully, you must smell it.
Yes.
It's like a fountain. Something.
It runs through the gully that at the back of Georges.
It comes all the way down. It's a trick here. NWC divert the sewage, the thing, through a culvert under St. George's College. So if you go above North Street, you might not see it. You might see a trickle. But when you come down to North Street, that culvert empties into the gully, and it is nasty.
Yeah, because it is visible. The gully is visible from that side of North Street.
Right. Right. So when people who live below North Street, have to endure it. Believe me, them sinus.
All right.
So,
you remember
wait a minute.
year? Right, go ahead.
Let me ask a question. Sorry about that. Let me ask you something that I answer. This is in St. Anne, sir?
No, Central Kingston.
Central Kingston.
Oh, I thought you said St. Anne's. I thought I didn't hear you. Okay.
Remember last year before the election, we had this conversation and they were saying it to leave it to the MP because I remember Flavius mentioned it. We have a new MP at the time going come in and that MP never win. It's a different MP. Right?
Let me say this.
So,
I don't finish it. It's going, the gully goes all the way to the sea. Right down that where ice factory is.
That's what, down Tower Street, where?
We go right all the way straight down to the seaside. Where the new
buildings where they build up the new buildings them.
No man, they might put a road. They put in a new road down there. I tell you something now. A lot of people drive on Harbour Street going east, and when they come to that traffic light, they want to know the place stinks. It's a gully.
Okay.
The gully stinks.
And it reaches all the way down there, so.
Yes. Yes. No. When people in the community, them place is tenement yard mostly. And I'm on come out and take a breath of fresh air because people sit on them yard and the stench drive them out. Them have to constantly have all them nose are. One brother to say, boy, I'm embarrassed when people come to him, because them can't even have a drink of water.
Oh gosh, watch out! Wow.
So you have a new member of parliament now. Have you reached out to him?
Well, I'll tell you something.
Ansel.
Yes.
Ansel.
Yes, Flavius. You not hear me?
Flavius, are you hearing him?
Yeah. The university, why isn't the university weighing on this now?
He's
saying why the university don't weigh in on it now.
Good question, wrong person. Very good question, wrong person. I tell you so. I went to a function a couple of years ago. Yes, I hear you. I don't know why they don't do it. But I went to a function that... Sorry?
Flavius, you have a latency right there, very late.
Yeah. One of the reasons why I was late in this, I wanted my net up. I wanted you to have it because there's a lot of internet problems here. Sometimes I don't know. So, Franco, you can hear.
Yeah, call back, Flavius. Call back.
Yeah, I was saying that the thing goes all the way to the seaside, and people, other people driving in them nice SUVs and stuff. If them windows wine up, they're not going to smell anything.
Exactly.
But they do. Okay. When they come to Harbour Street and South Camp Road bottom there, if they ever open the window, then with a good gush. Wow. Right? And I wonder, the current mayor, they had a flag raising ceremony just east of that. And I asked myself, them don't know.
They don't smell. They made a guy. They don't smell it.
I remember one day I was on the field at St. George's College. I was on the field one Saturday morning, and they had a big church function taking place in the hall. And one of the big people inside the pastor said, "Man, the place smell awful." We said the gully. Man said the gully. We said the gully smells so.
Wow.
I can tell you this: the headmistress at St. George's College complained about it. And you know something? When I pointed out to her that she said she never realized that it still exists. And I said to her, one day when the rain is falling, just come down, drive out and come right at the thing. Come right inside the St. George's College and look what the color of the water coming up through the culvert. Because when the rain comes, it comes on heavy and flushes the chicken water. So you see feathers and stuff inside the St. George's College. But you won't notice it because the rain falls and going wash it away. Right? If you come to the gully at North Street, you will see it. Now, added to that, people who teach at St. Hughes. You see how far St. Hughes, eh?
Yeah.
People who teach at St. Hughes tell me that whenever I need their assistance, they are ready to support because the stench affects them there as well. Wow. But being good corporate citizens, I think that company donates a lot to these people, you know. So
but that still not mean if you pollute the place like that. I mean,
exactly.
One, but
you can't. What I'm saying to you, you can pollute the place because you don't live there. You can pollute the place and move your way, right? You have thousands of people working there, so a lot of finances are taken care of. A lot of households are being taken care of. But at the same time, you must be responsible. The responsible thing is you need to dispose of your waste properly. And somebody at the NWC is in collusion with what's happening there.
So it don't make sense. You make noise. Answer. The more noise you make, the louder you get, the more picture and video you put on this. Them still not doing. Because I remember you've been doing this from last year.
Well, all right. You see last year, but I tell you something. It's more than last year. You know, and people sit and say, "Oh, well, it really still happen." I said, "You need to come and visit." People come to Jamaica, right, and come from around here. When them pass and say, "Ansel," me say, "That is good. I'm glad that you smell it. So you must be supported to the struggle." Them supposed to block the road. I don't want to block the road.
Why not?
I don't want to block the road.
Why not? That's the only way we're going to be heard.
No. Let me explain to you. It's a culture of these people that block the road. There's an opportunity for thugs to misdirect the whole operations. You want the attention to be brought to bear on what's supposed to happen. You shouldn't have to block the road. If you block the road, first of all, I'll become the target. If I go have to block the road.
Well, maybe I have to find a way for redirect the waste over charges.
Hold on. No. At one stage, I thought about getting some rubber tires and caulk that culvert, you know. Caulk it and make it
redirect it over charges and see how quick them get attention.
You see.
Yeah, I forgot to do it.
You look when the Honorable Edward Siaga was being buried, then clear out the property there right beside the gully, you know. And nothing came to the culvert. Nothing came to the culvert for that weekend. Nothing.
So they knew about it. They knew about it.
Okay.
They know about it.
This are not new.
They know about it.
When they have problems, trying to die, because sometimes it's pure bloody water, sometimes it's sewage, sometimes a mixture. There are times when they come. I can't tell you. I one Sunday morning I was out there and saw the truck. What do you call them now? The empty.
Septic tank.
Them come and connect to the manhole just below the gully, just below the intersection there, you know. And pump the switch into the gully, you know. That is also on a video. I captured it with my phone.
Yes, you did send me that. You did send me that.
And I said to myself, these people are deliberate. Just when the COVID break out in last year in March, the sewage was coming up. Not only there, so because them redirect it out into the sewage. It comes up out at Price Lane and Lissans Road, and it came up along the roadway. It was running along the roadway, and I don't know how they managed to. Water Commission managed to stop it, but they do.
Yeah, man.
And if you bring it back to the bottom of Tex Lane, right now, the sewage is emptying into the gully. Emptying into the gully. And I can tell you, I used to walk in there as a little boy. I used to walk through that gully, walk in there, so not, hello. We used to go for land, man. And people used to shovel sweetie in the gully and you pick up sweetie. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Not anymore.
Right now, you don't want to spit in the gully.
Yeah, not anymore. All right, Ansel. We know what you have to go do now. You know what you have to go do now. You know, redirect it somewhere else. We want to touch upon African nation. We want to touch a little bit upon the vaccine and the politics behind it with we call about some blinker with Cuba and the turmoil in
something.
Make we touch upon some of them things. You know?
That's a big situation. You know. The Cuba issue. The people who are in authority here are really playing hypocrites. You know? They're playing hypocrites with the Cubans. And I tell you this: Cuba offers scholarships for people to do medicine in Cuba.
Yeah,
and that has been going on for years, since the 70s. And not just medicine. But why I mention medicine is that when the pandemic broke out and we were pondering how we're going to get help, and people were saying they need help and they can't. The Cubans offered. The Cubans, they came with doctors and nurses, and yes, it's not the first they come in here, you know. But the status quo always want to shun the Cubans because the Cubans may come and do the job for little or nothing. No, not the charge.
Right.
Because the Cuban people love the Jamaican people. They love the ordinary Jamaican people. The people that really suffer. They do. The Cubans love the Jamaican people. They love the Jamaican people. I tell you something. When we look back at experiences of the 70s, which other company has come to Jamaica and brought things here and build schools and don't charge the government a cent?
None that I know of.
You know that there was a light bulb scandal in Jamaica, and I said to myself, how come these people don't go to prison? Yeah. We get light bulbs to give to the people
free,
and it costs the Jamaican people more if they bought the bulbs, because they end up paying for this and pay for that. It costs more than for the bulbs themselves. If you were to go out to buy the bulbs in North America or England, you wouldn't pay so much money.
Right.
And nobody goes to prison for that.
That's still pending. Right? Yeah, that case still pending for last time I heard.
It's not pending, man. There's a natural death, man. Jamaican people, you make me a drift, but I'll tell you something.
That died.
We have two situations here. National Housing Trust collects money, and the social development, the social national insurance scheme also collects money. Those are compulsory. They are compulsory. Everybody who works, they come out to them pay. It's like income tax. Must pay. However, both political parties have dipped them hands into those funds. And listen, no matter what them tell me, they can justify taking money from those funds and then it is not being put back. As a matter of fact, who will put it back? Who will put it back? The same people they take it from, they're going to put it back.
Yeah.
That is, the same people we take it from, we have to pay it back. And the benefits are so meager. The benefits you have housing trust, and the fund is dipped into, and the developers get that money to borrow at peppercorn rates are probably zero, and they construct the so-called low-income houses, and the people who contribute to the scheme don't have enough points, but then they find a way to get them up in numbers so that they can acquire a house. The price of the houses are at market price. At market price. So the people who never have no money from before have to find somewhere to borrow. If they go to the bank, then you know they're going to lose that eventually. Right? Them can't. It is difficult. The poor man life get even more difficult. But I tell you, you make me digress a little bit.
Wow.
It is a situation that I don't understand. Why is it that they're having difficulty? They're having difficulty to provide housing to people in the depressed communities. Look at if you know, then I'm told there was a nice scheme built up inside here, you know.
Okay.
It's comparable with the people that live in Kingston Spring.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, one of the developers complained that the houses that are being offered to these people are better than what they offer up at the Oaklands. And I said to myself, so what? The people have been,
no one them have them type of houses there in that community.
Wow.
People have contributed all their lives. They have contributed, and because they have contributed, they should benefit from it. Right? The vast majority will not, but some should. My brother, I tell you something. When they remove funds from those things, I ask myself, who's it going to benefit? Because let's say, hello?
Yeah. No, man. We're not that.
No, I tell you, it is really painful that these things are happening. And the political parties, they make a big noise and then just die down quietly. Because even the same light bulb thing, you know, because of the politicizing at the so-called justice, nothing happens. Right? It is polarized and partisan. No, it's awful. But I don't know how far we got. How much time you have, sir? We
have more time. We have some more time. We're gonna give the extra time this morning because we want to hear more. We want to hear about the violence, the turmoil in Haiti. What is happening in Haiti? Because we're not getting no news out of Haiti.
Well, all right. How we get news? I mean, I say we know. The organization that I work with here in Jamaica, Kingston and Action Fund. We get news from people in Trinidad.
Okay.
The information is filtered back down that side to us, and the CNN will not give you the information that these people share with us. And the painful part is that, you know, when me personally sit down in our conference room with a Haitian that look that in order to come to the conference, they have to go some divert route to get there. And you ask yourself, why? See? Why is it we call Haiti the poorest nation in the West? Yet still the crime in Jamaica is much higher than them, you know.
Yeah.
And the poverty is the main cause of crime.
Okay.
Haiti don't manufacture guns. Haiti doesn't manufacture guns. But the weapons that turn up here are said to come from Haiti. Haiti don't provide guns, but they become a transshipment port. Yes. And there's a UN peacekeeping force there. A UN peacekeeping force, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know why them and them under the influence of North America, the big US.
So that's how they funnel the gun.
No wonder.
So you tell me how the guns, because
Get there.
these people in Jamaica can't buy them guns, you know, AR-15.
That's right.
Oh, yeah.
They can't buy them. These guns get filtered in.
That's right.
And the Jamaican people are the ones that suffer the most.
Let me ask you something. Does the police in Jamaica, they use AR-15?
No.
They don't. They still use M16 though.
No. Yes.
And AR-15 are some high power military guns.
Yeah.
Yes, man. Them show some guns there. I used to, because me go to UN and look on some of them things. I said myself, them things. Grandma has a telescopic rifle.
Thank you.
They'll kill reindeer.
The man is an assassin.
That's what it's hard. That's what it's hard. Yeah.
I tell you something. We suffer here, not just from the assassin's bullet, but from the mayhem created in the minds of the people that witness these things. I tell you, it will be a long time before we recover from this, People get slaughtered. Hey, when a man fire M16 and it's 200 yards away, it has an impact. When the man is 2 yards away and squeeze that trigger, flesh and blood fly all over the place in the bus.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a terrible situation, a tough one. No, my solution, my brother, my solution is this. You have one woman here today, but I tell you something. My solution is with the women.
Yeah,
the women have to take this thing serious, and I don't mean crying. Really come to the fore. I'm working on a situation like that. Our organization is working on a situation like that. We're getting young girls to recognize their capabilities in community building. Right? A lot of the stresses them and a lot of women because of they are the household leaders. Right? We can't deny that. Many households are women bringing in whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So the responsibility has to go back with them.
Well, as the only woman here, I agree with you, but I'm not speaking for all women. I'm just speaking, of course, for myself and what I have been observing in my lifetime. You are correct. As women, we need to bring back that unity in the community and that love and embracing the grandmother, the nanny, all of that need to come back in. However, I think that it has been, no one's looking at the fact that we need our men. And what I mean by this in specifically meaning, I am watching, especially the boys, especially the boy children, the males, they're not listening to the women anymore. They think that women are foolish, that we're soft and we're simple, and they're not listening. The girls aren't listening either because they feel that, oh, well, whatever you went through, and we're not listening to you. The youths are not listening. It is no longer, I don't feel it's any longer a point where we need just the women. No, it's past that. We need our warriors, as Richie Innocent and Wise Words. Where are the warriors? Women need our men. And I am tired of men being pushed to the side, and if they're not being looked at. We need these men to stand up. Because not for the women, I am a licensed gun owner and I am proud of it. I'm not happy, but I'm proud of it. There's no man to protect me. Okay? If I'm out there on the street, I'm on my own. Where are the men? Where are they?
Yes, that is true. The society has
so we need to come together, unified.
I did not wish to isolate women, but I focus on women because listen, most of the so-called projects that the entities develop, it's the target that at-risk youth.
Yes,
and 90% of them are male. That's what the target.
Yes.
Their programs are male oriented.
Correct.
And it doesn't bear fruit. It does not bear fruit. We are living now to recognize that it doesn't bear fruit.
True.
So now we need to strategize, remove that kind of operation and do something different. has to be we are focused on the females. Give them the authority, give them the energy. You know something? I don't want to bash anybody, but let's listen. Minister Grange, believe me, if I personally believe if she ever gets the handle, a lot of women will come up even stronger. Right now, to me, it's a very small group, and you know, some women, not all, some women are prepared to go all the way. Last year, the organization lost a very, very powerful female in Denham Town. She was sick and she died. I'll tell you something though. Pauline Perez could take you through any situation. I remember 2010 when shots were beat. You remember 2010 the incursion down at Tivoli?
Yeah, I remember that.
Even in Denham Town, you know, you had to be careful, you know. Shots were fired straight across, you know. I was in Trenchtown. We were preparing to go to a conference at the UN, and I was in Trenchtown, and we had to communicate with Pauline to tell us when we can move. She was on Race Course Lane.
Wow.
And she could tell us, you can go now. And
she was like a drone in the sky.
Very much. She could hear the shots. Then she's trained to hear the shots.
No, you see, when she's a community representative, you know, so she know what's happening on the ground.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna be in agreement with what Ansel said about, you know, the woman, you know, being organizing. When I used to grow up, in my community there, West Kingston, the woman movement was dynamic. I mean dynamic, because we used to have a food program that we do every third Sunday with the youth club and the church, and it's because of the woman's movement make that happen. Because in a St. Annis,
yes, man.
Because of the women's movement, them have a women's movement that align also with the church choir and the St. Vincent de Paul. And let me tell you, these ladies go door to door. If they were canvassing for election, they could find all those who never registered to vote. They go door to door and make sure they know how many people in the community that, whether you come to church or not, that need food.
Yeah.
You understand me? So
you're hungry.
That is good when you have a woman then, but now I don't know what is lacking. Why the women? I think the women are afraid because they're afraid. They're afraid. No, yeah, they're afraid because of men are bullying them, and I think too much guns. The guns get them more coward. The guns get them more coward.
Yeah, you brought some points. The men are bashing, the violence, but that is not the only reason. A lot of women have given up, because at the end of the day, what we still fail to realize, and I'm going to still press the point, why do you think we do what we do? For our children and our men. So without them, we are lacking. We are defeated.
Yes.
So if you keep to continue to tear down the women, you keep continuing to abuse the women. If when they're in relationships and you're treating them like garbage, after a while the women say, you know what, you're just on your own. So what I'm saying, everything still to why you think women do what we do? Because we love our men and we love our children. That is why we do it.
That's true. Very much so.
Ansel.
Very much so.
Ansel.
Yes, Larry.
Yes, last night on the news, there was an item that says the private sector organization and the Chamber of Commerce was calling on the N-Battle MP to leave politics, to give up his seat. That's the MP that is alleged to have beaten a woman on video. What's your take on that?
First thing, he has not yet denied it.
No.
He has not yet said it's not. No, first of all, he has not said it's not him.
Yeah.
That's the first thing. He has not acknowledged that I did something wrong.
Okay.
And the first thing he has to do is acknowledge that. Right?
Sure.
The woman is being, believe me, she is being pushed to compromise. That's why that's why it has gone this way.
All right.
That's why it's gone this way. I tell you something. You know, I'm not in for gender-based violence, because guess what? Violence is violence, and every single violent action affects women. Every single one. If you don't shoot her, you shoot her son. But she have to nurse him or bury him.
That's right.
Every single act of violence affects women. Every single one. Everyone.
Even if it's not our own children or our own family.
Yes.
Because as a women, we bring forth life. So when you see that life being opened, you feel it.
I tell you.
Let me tell you something. You want this thing to turn around? I'm telling you right now. The man that needs to stop it. Shoot up your foot and walk correct. Go and hug your woman them and treat them properly. Because that's all we're looking for. The love and the support, and you stand up with me, and you will be surprised how we conquer everything. I'm telling you, it's just
I tell you something, and I like to note, I tell you something. We don't, when me I grew up, and we are dance, me hug up my girl.
all right.
Them guys are nowadays hug up them gun.
Hug up them drinks. Them hug up them Hennessy buckle and them gun.
I see myself. Them keep party. So a bungla gun.
Yeah, man.
And I bet man.
Nah.
Them gun and them Hennessy. That's what them hug up.
No, but Ansel, did you see the photo of the two police who got married and in their marital kiss?
I want to see. Yes, I've seen it, and I want to. Yes, I want to see it, and I want to hear. I want to hear what the hierarchy of the police force is going to say about it, because they must have some formal license to have that kind of weapon. The AR-15 is not a Jamaican police gun.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm asking the question, are Jamaica police using AR-15 now? And your answer was no.
What would you do with AR-15? What would you do with AR-15?
But nobody in Jamaica can have a license like that, Ansel.
Oh yes. Listen to me, Flavius.
All right.
When these people are ready, they will fiddle with every documentation and make sure so that it's okay. All right, Flavius. A couple years ago, we had a situation where the policeman who was the policeman of the year for the previous year was caught in a so-called sting operation, selling guns to criminals up Mountain View. No. Hold on. How did he get those guns? I'm sure if I break into the armory, that means that somebody else in there is in collusion.
Of course.
And listen, we have to really recognize them things and accept that. Hey, what you send on the picture here, the police and his wife, I don't know what they're going to tell them children, if they have any children. You're going to school, you have to carry a AK, when you have AR-15, or a Glock. Yeah, that's what you're going to shoot the children? You have a conflict, and what you're going to do is pull for this AR-15. Hey, I'll tell you something, When we grew up, we have difference, we fight, we thump down one another, and we're gone. Tomorrow we're going to play football again. Flavius, you remember playing football down the park?
Is this there?
Yeah, I mean.
No, hold on. No, somebody was referring to you. Somebody was referring to you. And when I tell him, say, it's Bournemouth, him say, Bournemouth. I say, yes, Bournemouth. And him say, listen, we have all kind of differences, all kind of people. But listen, when a man going to leave and go for a gun, it's a different situation.
Exactly.
Different.
Oh, yeah.
I remember sitting down and look on a man and say, where do? You're mad, somebody. Me not move here, you go shoot me too. And then walk away. But the thing is this, we need, me personally believe, I get bashing for that because I promote a lot of females into this thing. Pauline Pierce was one of those that I promoted at the UN, you know. When they wanted somebody who was a survivor, I said, yes, there's another powerful voice. And then in what do you call it now? Treasure's gone. Arlene Bailey.
Yeah.
Believe me. Powerful voices, but get something now. They need support. They need female support. Because a lot of women bash them one another, and it hurt me because we need to have strong women. Every household needs strong women. And I don't mean strong in the sense of physical, strong mentally. Because guess what? When your son misbehave, you know, you have to strong. When your son come home with something you can't afford, you have to strong. And you know, when I said women, because guess what? Not for the man, them not there, them gone.
Hold on. No. You see, why you going to start me up again, Ansel? Because that's my point. Why is everything on the back of the woman alone? We cannot make life by ourselves.
No, not on the back of the woman alone, you know. I'm saying, you know, for the man, them gone.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We have to bring the man them to the table. Seriously and truly. Listen, Courtney said,
how can we get read
No,
I'm
one second. Courtney says poverty without culture is devastating to the needy. Respect and manners were a distinctive part of our culture, which has been lost in the present day society. Oh yeah. Okay. He said greetings to everyone and to you, Ansel.
Rest below it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I was.
Go, give me a minute. One of the things that we have to look at, you know, which I think I spoke about a couple of weeks ago or probably last week.
Mm-hmm.
What is up to us is that when we were growing up, you know, you are distinct role models.
Yes.
You know, the police, the teacher, the nurse, the pastor.
Mm-hmm.
Every day you listen to the news or you read the paper, one of these upstanding role models go wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Catch pastor with the young girl, you know, teachers, all kind of different things. We have, I cannot think of any group of people in Jamaica now, especially men, who are serious role models anymore.
That's right.
Something.
I challenge.
We can look up at anybody and say, well, that group is a sacred group. You know, that group, you have to be like that group because you can trust them. You can leave your kids with the pastor. Not anymore.
Not anymore.
Like that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a collective.
It says, one of the famous quotes that I'm sure we all have heard and use it regularly, it takes a village to raise a child. And this is what is not working. Every time you hear them say, the women, how do you want women? How do you want us to do this without you?
No, it can't happen. It can't happen. It can't happen. It will never happen. Somebody said it will never happen. That will never happen.
We have to do this collectively. And this is what is the blueprinted code from the beginning. We have to come together and do this, or it's not going to work.
And I'll share with you. If we get a solution working in a community, like for example, I can give you Duane Park was a very hostile community between Brook Valley and and Sherlock.
And Sherlock,
I mean,
yeah.
it was bitter. It was bitter.
Remember those days, man.
The same thing happened. The same thing happened downtown, you know, between Murfreesboro and Tivoli, you know. The same thing happened between Rima and Tivoli. You know. The same thing happened between Tel Aviv and Spoil and what do you call it, Southside, you know.
Southside.
Okay. I tell you something. Even all them terminal was going on. I tell you something. Like a old lady, she come out and she walk and she go out the street and she go to the corner and she girt this boy who's supposed to be a baddest man. One box. The old lady gone. We need a collective. We need a collective to understand, say, you know, if you go to your box, you know, we have to provide us an alternative. So much youngsters, we still have other programs, you know. We put money before the youngsters. Them don't have no headspace to do anything but squeeze that trigger. You provide money for them. You provide money for them.
I would like
them want to carry them. Them want to carry them baby mother. So buy a gun.
I would like to interject a minute because what you just mentioned about granny because rape up the man and boxing. That's one of the things why these present gunmen why they are hurting women, because they know the power that comes from the woman. You understand?
Exactly.
They know the power that comes from the woman. When women go out and demonstrate, I remember there was some children missing in Jamaica. Early, what you call it, past 2010. And Fields, a woman, had a women's march for like maybe a week. And it wake up Jamaica. Just wake up Jamaica, them realize, yes, our children are being missing and, you know, we are finding them dead and things like that. When the men strive and women who are powerful, then, you know, them just go hold them corner because they don't want to be hurt. They don't want to be killed. You know, and that's what they're doing. So that's why we're not seeing the power of our women.
All right.
Exactly.
I heard this is something earlier on that you are Flavius. The PSOJ and the Chamber of Commerce has asked for that member of parliament to step aside. However, I want to reflect on how Jamaica was in turmoil before the 2010 incursion. You know, the kind of disruption that Jamaica was experiencing was similar to the 80s. Sorry, similar to the latter part of the 70s. And I tell you this, when the same group of people come together and form a coalition and pressure the government, they gave up Dodos. The same group of people, you see, when it hurts for them, when the history it hurts them. Right? And I use that also to reflect on the pandemic. When it broke out, and we were doing very well. 3 months, 10 dead. 3 months, 10 dead. 6 months, 10 dead. Hello, Jamaica was doing very well. But guess what?
The private sector ball out, so they lose money.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes.
And everybody, so we have to go open up. I remember that.
If you open up to them, then you're going to have to also open up to hey, it's a little man where having a style, a big business that, you know. Big business that. So don't tell him about say, boy, you can operate on the North Coast, but you around us, so can't do nothing, you know.
And
that will work.
I'm glad you mentioned that, you know, Ansel, about the private sector, because for every time there is something that is happening in Jamaica and the private sector open their mouth, guess what? The government react. Any time, whether it be violence in Mobile, violence in Kingston, or the football, you name it. Once the private sector open, because them always put money in a thing, so them know say the government will go back them. And once them open their mouth, they move. So why is it now when I hear them come out and attack and all of some of them things here? Because I remember when I was in my youth club in the private sector, I used to put money into SDC because every year you would select a club of the year and you would get a shield and a donation from the private sector of Jamaica. Because my club won it 3 years straight. So I know all of them things that can work same way, but them not. When them don't say anything because it's not affecting them, nothing happens. The government just make it look like it's free for all.
I have probably got. I think I've gone over the limit now.
Yeah, man. I'm going to give you the last word before we get out of here.
Boy, I don't know where to give it this word, but I tell you something. Mm-hmm. I exercise breathing to calm myself.
Yes.
I exercise breathing deeply to re-energize myself. I encourage everyone, no matter how the things times rough, take a step away and take a deep breath. Full of yourself. Hey, you're still alive. There's an opportunity. If you did something today that saved one life, you have done well.
Sure.
Is that the daily inspiration?
Of course.
You know, hey, hold on. Somebody just sent me a text. Oh, Lord have mercy. I'm in trouble now.
We have to give you thanks for that. What the text is about? For you to talk on something else?
No, man, I can't go no further than I no.
I ask you, what's that our daily inspiration? The one we just
yes.
All right. So.
Yes, it was.
All right, thank you. I would thank you for all of those daily ones and continue. Send it every day. We need it. We need it.
You know something?
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm going to audio them because sometimes you just read my thing and you forget you need to put something in it.
Put some life into it. Yeah, that's what I said. We should do it dramatic.
With life.
We should do it. All right. Hold on. Him just mentioned something which is good. Read it. Do it by audio and send it to us, and then we put it with it. We put it up. We will surely put it up. Yeah. Read it where you want, or you know you want it to come across, and we set up. That's wonderful. All right. Flavius, make we hear from you before we close out.
Oh no! Before Flavius, you spoke about nurses and nurse mentioned the name the other day. You know, Nurse Madge Foreman. You remember she used to live across the road from you, on Ocean View.
Okay.
I like your brother name. Yes. Okay. So when you mentioned a while ago, I said, let me just say it.
Yeah, man. Hello there. Yes. Tell hello for me. Mm-hmm.
Okay, sir.
All right, Flavius, go ahead.
Well, we are in some, a very tricky period now, you know, where people are even more confused. Even with the vaccine coming, we're having more confusion because people don't know exactly what is what, and then you're having a lot of different things being said by WHO, PAO, all these people. You know, so the vaccine don't give you the protection. It doesn't vaccinate you then. You know, it gives you some protection. People are confused. They must take it when they must take all these different things. And then the different countries would not have enough vaccine to go around. You know, Jamaica just said they got some more, and they're putting down some for the second dose and all that stuff. But we have to be very, very careful, and in all of that, we have to work with what we know. And what we know is that the original protocols works for now. You know, the wearing of the mask and the distancing and the keeping yourself clean and your hands especially, you know, sanitize and all these things. We can't just throw them out, you know, we can't just throw them out because vaccine is imminent and, you know, everybody's going to be all right. We still have to carry on until we have the final word that we are free of this thing, which I don't think is anytime soon. So we're asking everybody to keep their protocols going, keep the good protocols going. Jamaica started down, and
could you add to that somebody in authority need to talk to the Cubans? Cuba has developed a vaccine that is available for. All right. At that point, man.
Yeah, what I'm hearing that the Cuban vaccine is a real vaccine as we know it. That it will give you immunity. That's what I'm hearing. I don't understand why a government like Jamaica would not engage the Cubans. Because for everything else, we have doctors and nurses plenty from Cuba. And yet still, they had this medication and we don't use it. Now they have the vaccine and we kind of tiptoeing around it. I think we have to get smart and get sensible and and leave out the politics of the whole situation. Deal with what is best for our country and our people. So I think we definitely should be engaging the Cubans. Definitely. Because one thing is sure, when the Cubans produce anything in healthcare, it's always top shelf. Everybody in the world know that. We don't have to worry about that. And we have the Cubans, like I said, the doctors and the nurses providing care, eye doctors.
Hey, we have to go, We have to go, so wrap it up quick.
Franco.
Have other people need them space.
Yeah, but that is good enough.
Maxwanette.
I just want to say it's a pleasure to be back. Thanks, Francine, for welcoming me as well in the group on the chat. And I want to say thanks to Brother Ansel. It's been a beautiful conversation, as always. And I just want to remind people we're all in this thing called life together. Remember that. Let's say them one love.
Thank you very much.
I wish we could do it longer, maybe do it tomorrow, but tomorrow is a different guest coming in. Tomorrow we have, is it confirmed officially, Flavius?
As far as I know.
All right, we have Clyde Gerardini from Harborview Football Club. He will be here with us tomorrow. Once again, let me send out belated birthday greetings to Fofie. Fofie, happy birthday to you and to Ron. And also birthday greetings going out to, is it AJ? LJ. Happy birthday greetings to LJ. And happy, it's coming from your grandma, your aunt, and all the other relatives. So big up to LJ. And also birthday greetings going out to Devante, coming from your mom, your dad, your granddad, your aunt, and all the other relatives. Enjoy your birthday today. And as always, take care of yourself, your loved one. Remember, prayer changes things regardless of what religion you belong to. You must pray. Continue to pray. We have Queen Lubafu in the Garifuna language, our father, to take us out, along with Tafina, take on myself. So be strong. All right, be strong, my brothers. Be strong. You lead us
you belong far away away. Ajugwala lebo buseru. Lida mua, lida sungfula. Lida mua, lida sungfula.
Well, unfortunately, this is it. Till next time. Bless.
All you gotta do is just speak. One word is enough, and I'm no longer sorrow. I forget what I was trying to say. I no longer do what I was gonna do, but you're no good for me. That's why me know send me a figure flee. Me I fi take away myself. Me I fi take away myself.
Unfortunately, this is it. Till next time. Bless.
Me I fi get all the side. I fi take away myself. I fi take away myself. I have to utilize I will. Surely I leave where I eat. I said, yeah, I find you very hard to resist. But this relationship I'm gonna desist. But how can I face you when all I wanna do is just taste you?
Well, unfortunately, this is it. Till next time. Bless.
You're gonna see the light of day. Just relax, don't move an inch. I'll be gone in a pinch. May I feel take away myself. May I feel take away